Hello and welcome back. Today we are playing Tileman again, who'd have thought? And I've decided that I'm going south this time to go pick up the fishing tutor, the mining tutor, and also the spaces necessary to collect Restless Ghost, which I'm pretty sure is in the Lumber Swamp still. I actually haven't checked to make sure that it's the same as in RS3, but I assume it is. So that's the plan. But first, we have to make a bunch of tiles. I suspect that we're going to spend most of today just gathering tiles. But, you know, I want to see how much I can do in a single stream in terms of gathering tiles, and how far that gets me towards the mining tutor and the fishing tutor. Once I have the mining tutor and the fishing tutor, then I'm going to start doing Restless Ghost, which will give me back like 1 tile's worth of experience, I think, but that's still not nothing. And for now, I'm going to light these willow logs on fire. Because I want that XP. And that's another tile. We get to tiles so fast now. Like, I had to edit that first video, and I rewatched it, and the tiles are so slow, and now it's just like, yeah, no, tile's nothing. 1 tile? Pfft. 1 tile is nothing. Now, a bunch of tiles. That could be harder. But, like, 1 tile? 1 tile is child's play now. Of course, now we need more tiles, because that's how difficulty scaling works in almost every functional challenge that's fun to play or watch. But, you know, at some point we'll start unlocking, like, most of the world, and then it'll, I suspect, start getting easier again. It's particularly because, you know, once we get, like, Corsair's Curse finished, we'll have, like, a bunch more experience per unit time. I don't know. That's my guess, anyway. We'll see. I might unlock a bank in the next few streams, just because, like, getting the bank makes my life much less obnoxious. I could also probably go grab more air runes. I'll do that another time, though. Not right now. For now, just gotta cut down some trees. Sorry, just moving something real quick, and unfortunately it means that my face does weird things. So we're also leveling up our woodcutting level, which will raise our experience, you know, our experience per minute a little bit, which is good. Which is, in turn, means we get more tiles. Which means we get more tiles, which means we get more tiles. It's a virtuous cycle. Mostly, getting more experience per minute doesn't mean more tiles per tile, it just means, like, a linear increase in tiles. But still, a linear increase in tiles is not nothing, especially because eventually we'll be able to, like, do other things other than just woodcutting. Which will be good. Because that's one of our big games, is being able to do all the things. I've decided that I'm going to sort of play along the River Lum for a while. Because that gets me, I think there's an anvil in, the Barbarian Village. It might be stupid. I know there's an anvil here. So, my anvil's there, my furnace is here, I'm going to unlock that eventually. And then there's copper and tin here. There's iron, and I think there's iron here. And then there's coal here, so that'll get me all the way to being able to mine, being able to mine up to steel, and that should hopefully get me enough tiles to get to, I suspect I still have to go here for mithril and adamantine, or I might go all the way to Falador, we'll see. I actually don't know, that's the wrong X. We'll see what happens. No guarantees either way, but, you know, but watch and learn. For now, cutting down trees. Gotta get that second tile soon. I mean, once I burn all this in my inventory, I'll have more than 2 tiles. And then, you know. Wow, it turns out, okay, that's fine. We do actually light the logs on fire. I'm gonna burn these logs real quick, just to get them out of my inventory, because I'm starting to fill up. Will be one more willow log here. Cool, alright, and then we're gonna go to here, walk here, and then light more logs. I think that might even give me to 3 tiles. I'm gonna wait till I have like 25 tiles to do my next big buy. We'll do it like 1 big buy at a time. I suspect I've spent most of the stream getting to the tutors this time, but we'll see. I'm actually not 100% sure. I haven't ever gone this far south before. Getting our firemaking level. And another tile. The firemaking levels are less important. We don't fail firemaking nearly often enough that it's that big a deal, but it is a little bit of a deal in terms of time. Versus our woodcutting levels matter a lot, because a huge part of our time is spent trying to cut willow logs. I'd say a good 80% of the time. And the failure rate's a lot higher. Currently, I'm trying to get to fishing and mining, just because both I want to be able to get the first levels of fishing, and I want to be able to get to that mining outpost. And also, I think, the other reason why I'm going south, of course, is to finish Restless Ghost. To be able to do Restless Ghost. Because Restless Ghost is one quest point I can get, and, like, a little bit more experience, and I don't know, it seems like an easy enough quest to do when combined with fishing and stuff. And I need a total of 32 quest points to finish, you know, to be able to do Dragon Slayer, so get started on that sooner rather than later. Although I'm not sure to do that much, because obviously, like, the big reasons to get Restless Ghost are not in free-to-play. I actually don't know if you even need to do Restless Ghost at this point to get to, this stuff over here. Or if, that was already done by the beginning of OSRS. Because I read somewhere that at some point you had to do that, but I haven't actually, like, you know, I haven't played nearly as much OSRS as I have RS3. Particularly as a member. I might have played as much OSRS. Well, that's not true. I've played a lot of OSRS in the last little bit, but most of it is in challenge modes. To be fair, the only reason I haven't played like a ton of RS3 in challenge modes is because challenge modes are we can't get nearly as interesting a challenge mode for RS3. OSRS is way better interface for building challenges. And that gets me another. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, and of course I can't. Obviously, the best content there I don't have access to, because what was I saying? The content I don't have access to because I don't have. There's no way to get there in free-to-play. Unless they've added something like Corsair's Curse, which gets you a little bit of, Corsair's Curse gets you into what was previously member territory, which is cool. Of course, that's so that you can get maple trees. Among other things. Anyway, I'm going to run Corsair's Curse once I have access to Port Sarim, but that might be a while. I do love Arthur the Clue Hunter being like, I'm gonna be rich all the time. Like, this man is me, this man is me. I'm gonna be a big streamer. I'm constantly saying that's my constant dialogue over my head. And just like Arthur, it never really comes true, but you can always see the dialogue over my head saying it. Gotta keep cutting down trees. In my practice playthrough, instead of going through the house down here, I went through the house up here and pinned in this man so I could always kill him. It doesn't make any sense in Strex just because like you need the axe, so you need to go to the other guy's place. But like, it is interesting the way that Community has just like very different playthrough stuff because of where you'd walk through. Maybe that's how I got to the general store in that playthrough. Obviously, I think this one works better, but you know. Alright. Can we... It is funny that anchovies heal almost nothing on their own. I mean, look, a clue nest. Another thing I can't take advantage of. I am not filling my inventory with garbage that I can't use. I'm reminding myself that I'm not filling my inventory with garbage I can't use. I am reminding myself that I'm not going to fill my inventory with garbage I can't use. I am pointedly reminding myself anyway. Remember when I filled my inventory with copper ore? That was the best. Also, I don't know if I said hi, Polly, but hi, Polly. It's good to see you. Almost full of another inventory. I should grab the bank at some point. At some point. Not now, though. Let's walk here. I do love OSRS's music. It's got some of the best. I don't know. I love me a good, like, minimalist, like, kind of chiptune-y music. This isn't super chiptune-y, but it's still minimalist in the ways that OSRS music is, which... I love that. Firemaking 36. Not a big win, but a little one. 7 tiles isn't bad. I want to go here. I want to go here. Come on, can I move south, please? I'm already on that tile. I see. Should probably not be zoomed out so far I can't tell where I am. Alright. Cutting down more trees. It's an endless cycle of cutting down trees and then burning them. I'm truly honoring my Onceler past. Someday I'm going to be mining logs and then smelting them. Mining copper and then smelting it, which is, we'll enter the Metal Age. One of my targets is also Barbarian Village, I think, because it has... Hold on, I need to check something real quick. Barbarians... Yeah, Barbarians have a Law Rune drop, which eventually is a big deal for me because it means that I can cast teleports. And teleports means that I don't have to... I can do some things without building the infrastructure for it. Particularly, Serum is a long ways away, and I'd love to have a teleport to Port Serum. I know that's like probably like magic like 60 or something, so... Does Serum have a teleport? I might be stupid. I don't think Port Serum has a teleport, never mind. Well, still get some good teleports in here. Can teleport to Falador, which is still useful. Although not having Serum on there makes that like a lot less interesting. So it means I have to walk to Serum from somewhere. Might still be closer from Falador. We'll see. We'll see. Obviously, Falador is about as far away as you can get. And I might actually skip over this mining section here. I'll probably get the mining section anyway for reasons that makes more sense if you... Basically, I think it's a smaller mining area, so I need fewer tiles to unlock it than I would need to unlock the entirety of the, you know... The entirety of the Dwarven Mines. Plus, there's no King Scorpions in the interesting part. And it's not like I can get the Rune Rocks in the Dwarven Mines anyway, because that's in the members section. Apparently. Alright. Another... Got 8 tiles now. We're gonna be at... Gonna be at 10 in not too long, but I'm saving up for like 25. Here, I'm gonna make my stream look awful for a moment, but I want to fix something. No, that's the wrong one. It's the other Tileman's button. Where's my other Tileman button? Huh. Yeah, my stream looks awful from what I'm sorry. But... it means I can do... Where are you? Huh. Oh, because I pressed the wrong button. Means I can do this. And this. Which I wanted to do, so, cool. Now we're done flashing, and... I can see, I can see, where my tiles are on the map, which I think looks cool. I don't know, I like that a lot. I don't know if everybody else feels the same way, but I love, like, having that, like, on the map sense of, like, what I've unlocked. And it means I can do this and get a sense of how much space my current stuff takes up. The thing is, this guy is, like, a long ways away. Like, on one hand, so the rest of the skills won't be too hard to get, and that'll also get me this altar back here. And the prayer tutor. I don't know if the prayer tutor does anything interesting, though. I've never had to use the prayer tutor before. I'll admit, I've used the tutors more in this stream than I've used in my... more than I've ever used in anything else. Yeah, I definitely think that the on the map is the best way of handling it. I think it looks good. And it gets a sense of, like, the pure, like, I don't know, the scale of what I've accomplished so far, which is not nothing. It's like, wow, yeah, 100 tiles is something. Like, it's not everything, but it's something. We quickly burn some more logs. I need to burn 2 more, which means I can just go north 1 tile, light him here. I might see what 10 tiles gets me in terms of distance once I have 10 tiles. Plus it means I'm less likely to spend them all by accident doing something stupid. I don't know, it feels like when I have this many tiles banked, it makes me feel really nervous, like, oh, I'm going to waste all my tiles by accident. It's because I've done it a couple times, and I felt, like, really stupid every time it's happened. But, you know, also it's my penance for all the times I've stepped outside the tiles, which is numerous. Because, you know, it turns out that Tileman is actually really hard to play accurately because game does not enforce itself in any way. Anyway, I'm going to fill up my inventory one more time, then I'm going to burn these tiles, trying to get towards the south. This might not be the optimal play. The optimal play might be going over here, but I'll admit, Hold on, is there copper in this one? It might be the case that this still makes more sense. It's hard. I don't know. No, because that's almost as far as the southern stuff, and it gets me fishing. And fishing means that I have food, and food means that I can do all kinds of stuff in terms of fighting more powerful enemies. Like, I don't have access to good food, but I have access to food. Which means I'm not reliant on, you know, merely that 1 health a minute, or 2 health a minute if I do the prayer. Which I can't keep active for very long anyway, so, you know, take that as you will. Alright. Now I'm gonna wait till my inventory's full and then I'll burn them. I do like that I get more than 1 tile for every inventory. I get, like, a couple tiles. That's nice. Eventually I'll be able to clear this all out of my inventory, but that's gonna be a ways longer. Like, actually doing banking stuff, I'm gonna wait a while on. But, you know, gotta keep at it. It's not too big a deal that my inventory is... I mean, it's basically the same amount of experience per unit time anyway. It's not like it's significantly more efficient to, like, go the other way and, like, have my inventory go all the way full of the kind of logs and then burn all of them. It's like maybe like 1% more efficient, which is not a huge amount. And it still feels like a long time when I'm cutting down the trees, though. Like, even this is way better than what I had access to before. It still feels really slow. I'm really excited for when I can get the fly fishing rod. Just because, like, I think that might be almost as good experience and produce pretty good food. I mean, I would need access to feathers, though. But I'm gonna have to get to Port Sarim some way anyway, so, you know. That's going to be a lot of grinding. Port Sarum is going to be just a lot of grinding, which is fine. I'll probably do a lot of that off stream once I get to that point. We'll see what we can accomplish in this stream, right? It may be the case that I decide that actually I'm fine. And I'll look into see if there's like a teleport that I'm missing, or some like way of getting to Sarum that I haven't thought of. I'm sure there are some interesting things I'm missing. It's just there's a lot there that I want, namely more advanced fishing stuff, and also I want the ability to more advanced fishing stuff, and I want the ability to get maple trees, which revolves around getting to Corsair's Curse, which requires getting to Sarum. I think I'll need a bunch of tiles once I get there anyway. I don't know. I don't actually know how far across the map is. I think it's probably a couple hundred tiles at most, maybe a few. Of course, now I'm gonna like. I just said that, and I know for a fact that I'm going to come back later as editor me and be like, "Oh, you poor fool! You were so optimistic." Just like, I know, editor me. 12, cool. So 12 tiles. We'll see what 12 tiles buys us. First of all, let's make sure we don't run along that way. Let's go here. Run there. Alright, let's go here. Let's go there. Alright, and now I need to get around this building. What's the fastest route? I think it's probably here. 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 Oh, I'm stupid. Those were waste. That was a waste of tiles. It's fine. I just wasted 2 tiles, but we'll live with it. I go here. Then we go here. 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 Go there. Go there. Go there. Oh, oops. Don't know why I went there along the way. Anyway, doesn't matter. Alright, and that gets us what, like... I mean, it gets us most of the way through this. So it's probably another 50 tiles. Oof. Oof, that's a lot. I mean, that is 10 tiles. Oh, well, I didn't need to hit her at all, but that's fine. I gotta zoom in, otherwise I'm gonna go to the wrong places. And also accidentally attack men that I don't mean to attack. Wonder if I can disengage this guy. Whatever, I'll kill him. If I'm going to have messed up, might as well, not just gain 8 experience from it. Let's get fishing baits, you have bones. Let's bury his bones. Let's go back to cutting down trees. So my estimate is like 50 tiles. Which is about 25 inventories. Or about an hour, I think. So I get to cut down willow trees for an hour. Life is good. A little bit of nostalgia there, yeah. Yeah, it's an old school man killing, up to and including walking outside my tiles. And misclicks. All of which are, old-fashioned man killing, for real. Don't mind me, just fixing my avatar. That way I'm less likely to wind up slouching visibly on screen. The trick is you set the default rate to slouching, and that way it doesn't look like you're slouching when you're slouching. For the default. If you set up straight, nobody can tell either. It's great. I assume it's to get faster as I go, although the number of trees... Like, I think the tree timer is static, but the number of logs I get from the trees will change. Which... I don't know, we'll see. We'll see. As I get higher wood cutting, I have a higher chance of cutting down a tree every given cycle. So there is progress to be made. Even if I don't think there's any opening as big as I can now cut down willow trees. Like, I think that's probably the biggest opening up the map does. There are other places where, like, things get more expansive. And, of course, things will get much more expansive when I decide that it's time to, start doing my grinding off-stream. But we're not there yet. I still feel like the grinding is demonstratively important and interesting. / I haven't done so much of it that I think it's worn out its welcome. Plus, like, I can achieve a goal every stream, and that's, like, the big aim, is, like, being able to achieve at least one goal every stream. Like, one big goal. Because that way I have something to show for it at the end of the stream, and the video I edit from it, right? So once that stops being true, or once I start feeling like that's becoming less true, I'll do my grinding off stream. But for now, I gotta demonstrate that Tileman is actually a lot of work and is grindy and intense, because that's, you know, the point. Plus, I'm having a fun time with it. Like, cutting down a willow tree is fun. Cutting down a willow tree is satisfying. I wouldn't call it fun. It is satisfying, and particularly it's satisfying to do while I talk about it. You know. Anyway, we're getting close to getting to burn this inventory. I should probably talk to this guy over here for more probably talk to the magic tutor again, actually, for more runes. Just because getting magic up to, like... I mean, I think the teleports are less important than I thought, because there aren't as many teleports as I thought there were in the free-to-play world. Like, I thought there was a lot of them, and it turns out it's like, you know, there's Varrock, Lumbridge, and Falador. Lumbridge is basically useless to me. Like, it goes to a place I can already access. Falador is pretty useful. It's about as far as I can get. And Varrock is somewhere in the middle. Like, I'm probably gonna get to Varrock just by default. Or I'm gonna get most of the way to Varrock by default, just because, like... Varrock is along my, what was I saying? Varrock is along one of the along the River Lum, and I have access to a lot of the River Lum more efficiently than you might expect. So, you know. Time to light a lot of fires. I'm gonna go grab the magic tutor real quick, just for those, and grab up those magic levels. Interrupt our grind with a different grind. Because I figure at worst, you know, it's experience, it's things I can do. And having a Falador teleport, probably worth it. I don't know if I'll ever actually get there before I get to Falador the other way, but, you know. Worst that happens is, like, don't, right? And it just, like... Worst that happens is I gained experience for nothing, and I varied my grind a little bit. Oh, oops, need to actually light those. Lit. Alright, the magic tutor is just outside of range. Am I going to go one tile further, or am I just going to let the magic tutor come to me? I'm just going to let the magic tutor come to me. I don't want to burn any more tiles than I don't have to. Can you... There we go. I would like... Oh, that's the wrong button. Claim magic combat tutor. Cool, 30 air runes. That's 30 casts. And then... Let's go stand, like... here. Wind Strike on the man. Got 10 experience that time with 3 Constitution experience. Hit points experience. Sorry, my bad. It's hit points. OSRS. Okay, cabbage. Cabbage is my friend. I'm keeping it. I'm gonna get rid of the cabbage in not that long. It's just, you know. Wind Strike again. I don't know if the damage does, if this damage scales with my magic level, or if I'm just getting better rolls now, but it feels like I'm getting better rolls now. Yeah, I could. Maybe I should. Because I am going to run out of mind runes eventually, and I will need them for stuff, I suspect. So I probably should be doing that, but, you know. I'm always like, well, I already have mind runes, so I don't really need more, but you can always use more runes. So we're gonna get to... What can I get to? So I might actually be able to get Varrock Teleport too, which isn't totally useless. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know if that's ever gonna happen. I suspect that I'm going to have unlocked Varrock before I unlock Varrock Teleport. Just because, like... I suspect that the big point at which this breaks is when I get access to a bunch of the rune crafting altars. And can make my own runes. And that's a ways off. Because, like, the 30 runes I get from Hearst... I mean, I guess I could see if I can find my way to getting an air staff. And I'm probably going to start killing the mages in not that long. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see. Fire runes. I'll take them. Airstrike. Actually, I'm just gonna. No, I am gonna airstrike this guy. And it's wind strike. It's called wind strike, not airstrike. Might even get a whole extra tile from this. I could get a magic experience faster. I'm just also, like, getting combat experience, because I might as well. No, I'm not trying to talk to the ranged tutor. Thanks. What are my current skill set? It's currently 20, 35, and 35. I'm probably going to start building towards things that aren't strength soon. Like, and by soon I mean, like, pretty much immediately. You gonna come join me? Thank you. Oh, he's just deaggroed. No, he hasn't deaggroed. That was weird. Maybe I just lagged. That's possible. Alright. Bury the bones. Cast more airstrike. Wind strike, rather. I don't know why I can't call that by its right name. For some reason, I just cannot remember the name of that spell. It's because it's an air rune, and all the other ones are named the same as the rune, and that one's not. It's inconsistent. And I am a small mind, because consistency is a hobgoblin. Huh? Got my magic level. Which, in another magic level, I'll pick up Water Strike. Thank you, melee combat tutor. You know what? I'll take advantage of this. Eventually, the guy will get past the magic, the tutor. But for now, free spells. All right, bury the bones. Walk here. Cast Wind Strike again. So I'm out of runes. Get another cabbage. Yeah, I just don't need the cabbages anymore. At this point, the cabbages are not necessary for me. Take a bit of damage. I'm not even gonna have time to eat a cabbage. By the time that I pick up his bones and bury them, I'll already have restored the health point. Now, health point is not the name of that stat. There's lots of things you can call that stat. Health points is not one of them. It's never been called that. Oh, I took a point of damage. I might actually get to eat my cabbage this time. I have an excuse to eat a cabbage. Yuck. Alright. Gonna cast Airstrike, Wind Strike on this man again. As you do. Oh, and he's caught behind the tutors again. Do appreciate that you can't figure out how to get around the tutors. That's one of my favorite parts. Watching this man glitch out against the tutors. I'm gonna cast Wind Strike one more time. That way he definitely dies in my tiles. If I can get those bones. Sure, a big deal, I promise. It's super important. I don't need these fishing bait. By the time that I can use this fishing bait, I will have access to better options. Unfortunately, my man chain is being interrupted. There's still enough. Wow, I hit that guy for 5 damage. I hit pretty hard at this point. Alright, bury more bones. Cast Wind Strike again. I don't think I got a whole 2 tiles from this particular grind. I got a magic 5 though, which means I can theoretically cast Water Strike. Not, of course, that I have any water runes. In 4 more levels, I'll be able to cast Earth Strike, which is actually useful. I'm also almost to the point where I can enchant jewelry for certain things. Not, of course, that I have any particular reason to enchant jewelry. I mean, maybe the Ring of Dueling is good. I don't know. It gets me to. I don't think I have gold until I get that area though. So. Alright, we have another 6 casts. Picked up a whole 2 tiles. Almost 2.5 tiles. We need the cabbage again, because I can. Gotta eat the cabbage. Gonna cast Airstrike again, Wind Strike again, because I can. I did 3 damage. Wow. That's not bad. That's almost a relevant amount of damage. I'm actually gonna get... So I need Chaos Runes for the 2nd level spells, which I already have access to, so that's viable. Alright, that's not bad. I gotta wait on another man to spawn. Cool, another man spawns. Let's hit him for more damage. And I've got another chance to cast more spells. Okay. Well, the big point here is to train magic, so... I don't really have any justification for not casting more spells if I can. I did 4 damage. Wow! Alright, we get Magic 5 that time. And we got one more rune. Okay, cool. So I might even get... I don't think I can get Magic 6. I think I'm not that close. Yeah, I'm kind of close, but not that close. Alright, and I have 2 more bones to bury. Not bad. Let's cast Wind Strike again on the man. And do you get stuck? Yes, you get stuck on other players? Huh. Let's go over here. Oh, there's actually like a whole barricade stopping you from getting to me. If I go to here, you'll get to me. Yes? No, you'll just decide that it's time to... Oh, that's fine. I guess the man does not decide to join me today. That's fine. That's my last wind rune, so... Air rune, so now it's time for me to... go get more willow trees for the next 30 minutes, until I can do that again. Got magic to 5, which is not bad. We're getting pretty close to, like, magics where I can cast better spells. Which will in turn let me do more damage, which will in turn let me cast more new spells. And by more new spells, I mean a couple new spells. I don't expect to ever get to the point where I'm casting, you know, super advanced stuff, because that requires I actually get access to the runes. And we are limited by what runes you can make, both the tiles I have access to and by the tiles that free play allows you to get to. Which I don't even think includes Chaos Runes. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't actually thought about rune crafting in F2P that hard. But that's my memory, is that rune crafting stops at, like, before Chaos Runes. But again, I have my rune craft... Oh, that's right, it's rune craft. Yeah, Chaos Runes are members. It's a most member scale. You can guess water, fire, and body. Body's the last one. Only the first 20 levels have new things for free-to-play. Unless I'm, like, missing something important. I'm not missing something important. That's actually how that works. Oh, wow, I bought a lot. Oh, that was expensive. Wow. This is why I don't like misclicking. Oof. It's fine. It technically extends the route I can burn. Probably. I think you can buy... You can buy pretty far up the tree, in free-to-play. Where is Aubrey again? Aubrey's Rune Shop, alright. It gets me to... So you can buy Chaos and Death runes from Aubrey, it looks like, yeah. So yeah, no, there's actually a fair amount you can buy. You can't buy Law runes, but you can buy... Yeah, you can buy, I guess, decently advanced magic from Aubrey. I can't believe I bought those 3 tiles. It's fine, I'll use them to extend my burn range. In theory, this means I can burn a full inventory of logs without having to do anything nearly as complicated. In practice, this was a mistake. But sometimes you spend tiles you don't mean to, and that's fine. It does get me closer to the 2nd willow tree, which might make things marginally faster by like a couple percent. Again, we're not really optimizing for those couple percent, but it might make things faster by a couple percent. That's an expensive mistake, but it's not that expensive a mistake. It's only like 5 or 10 minutes. We already picked up one of those tiles back again. Every 10 or 15 tiles, I'm going to spend them down in the area over here, down on my in my target area. But for now, I'm just gonna keep cutting down trees. I think even once I start doing some grinding off camera, I'm not going to do all the grinding off camera, just because, like, most of the playthrough is going to be grinding for tiles. Oh my god, I can't believe that happened. It doesn't even work. Okay, well, lesson learned. Painful lesson, but a lesson nonetheless. The default direction is right, not down. Costs me another tile. My tile waste rate is pretty high today. I mean, I don't know. It happens, right? It's the same. We live with this for the same reason we live with sometimes walking off the tile to hit the man. There's no real alternative. And put together, it feels fair and, you know, like everything's working out roughly the way it should. Where it's like sometimes I suffer for jank and sometimes I benefit from jank, and all things considered, at this point, I'm mostly suffering from jank. Before, I was mostly benefiting from it, but as the number of tiles I get increases, the average time I hold a tile in my inventory increases. In my, you know, bank, I don't know, I guess I can call it bank. The average time I have a tile banked for increases, the chances that I waste any given tile increases, and then also, you know, the further in I get, the less jank I have to rely on to get, or the less jank I have to risk to get experience. So, you know, it all balances out in the end. Now, getting Death Runes from Aubrey, I think, means that I can cast the most advanced spells that free-to-play players can cast, I think. Chaos might actually get me there. Yeah, I think Chaos gets me there. I don't think Death Runes are... Yeah, I think they did me different than I thought they did. Oh no, Wind of Blast does require Death Runes, so I can in theory cast all the spells that free-to-play players can cast once I get to Aubrey. Which kind of increases the amount I want to go to Varrock, to be honest. Because that's big. Like, the ability to cast, particularly, like, all the spells. Like, obviously it doesn't give me Law Runes, doesn't give me the teleports, I still have to kill mobs for that. Mobs, wow, what is this, Minecraft? No, NPCs. Still have to kill NPCs for Law Runes for teleports. But, like, being able to cast, like, Firebolt or, like, you know, Fire Blast or whatever, wherever that is. Fire Blast here. You know, that means I can get pretty advanced on magic. And I do need to... Oh, that's the other reason why I remember why I need to train magic. There's actually, like, a really good reason I'm training magic, which is Dragon Slayer 1 requires 33 magic. So I need to get magic to 33, or else I can't finish the challenge. So actually, I have a good reason for doing what I'm doing. I'm not just being silly. This isn't me betting on a thing that's unlikely to come true. It is an absolute requirement to finish the challenge. A thing I forgot, but is in fact how this works. So there. I'm right. I forgot about that, but yeah, no, that's the reason why I'm training magic. Is that it's actually an unalterable requirement of the challenge is get magic 33. Like, practically, you know, we'll see how much time that takes up compared to getting the 32 quest points, or getting the combat capacity to kill the dragon, or getting the tiles to finish even that quest, but, you know. We can almost vote. Hey, listen, we can almost vote, y'all. Somebody's dropped a bunch of cowhide just outside my tiles. That's fun. Not nearly as silly as some of the things I've not been able to access before, but still a little bit silly. I mean, I'm also, as has been pointed out to me before, I am also playing on Iron Man, so I couldn't get it even if I were, you know, theoretically able to get to it. Honestly, Aubrey's probably the way I'm going to get most of my runes for most of the game, so I don't know why I'm, like, working on training magic now, but, you know, it's stuff I don't have to do later. And I suppose the big reason why I'm doing it is just that it allows me to break up some of the monotony. Because there's a fair amount of monotony otherwise, of just, like, waiting, you know, that kind of stuff. And if I can break up that monotony, then I can keep myself sane for a few more streams. And keep myself sane as an editor, editing this stream later. Because, I will tell you, the editing work, sometimes, it's a little bit grating. But, you know, I don't dislike it. I enjoy streaming. Like, this part is fun. And I like having a finished product. It's kind of like, a lot of people talk about writing. Like, they'll say things like, you know, people don't like writing, they like having written. I don't necessarily like editing, but I like having edited. I do actually like, I actually do like the process of writing. More than I like having written. A lot of my writing I don't like nearly as much as some of my edited content. They're both things I've done for a long time, and so I feel like I'm getting better at editing as time goes by, more than I'm getting better at writing. Probably because I spent a lot of time in college, like, learning to write intentionally, and so it's much harder for me to make more progress, even though I think I'm a better writer than I am an editor. Like, video editor. Editing and writing are the same scale in the writing context. They're not, but they're deeply interrelated, so you can't be really, really good at one unless you're at least a little bit good at the other. Anyway, this is Material Active Does Philosophy. In this case, the philosophy of education. Sometimes we do the philosophy of education on stream. This one, at least, I feel confident about, unlike some of the things I've said on stream, where I'm like, I don't know, that's true, I just said that because I needed to fill air. It's like, yeah, I genuinely believe you can't be a great writer unless you're at least a good editor. You need, like, a very good writer. I suppose Stephen King is the exception. Mostly kidding, I've never read any King. I can't tell you whether or not King is a great writer or a great editor. I've been told that King has a tendency of writing a lot. And maybe writing more than a normal person would think is a reasonable amount. But, I don't know. I've also read a lot of fanfic that's really, really long and good, so, well, good might be a stretch. No, some of it's good. Like, God Feels is unironically good. Anyway, this is my talking about fanfic stream. On this stream, we talk about fanfiction. No, I'm kidding. This is Cutting Down Trees stream. This is my deforestation stream. You have to contribute to global warming by decreasing the total amount of CO2, both sequestered in the form of trees and also taken in by trees in a given year. Plus, we release a lot of the carbon underneath the land because deforestation also changes the land's ability to keep carbon sequestered for reasons I don't fully understand, but I remember that being true. And if I remember it being true, it's definitely true when I am trying to find things to talk about. Gotta make some more fires. Ooh, 4 tiles. We're almost to the point where I'm gonna buy more things with those tiles. Walk here. Keep making progress. Making pretty good progress here. Alright, I got 5 tiles at this point. Oh, I picked up the stupid fishing bait. Alright. You casting airstrike on the rats? It's not a good use of your air runes. There are better targets that can take up to 7 damage. Why would you... Which means you can get more magic experience per unit rune. Of course, I'm probably the only person thinking about the number of magic experience per unit rune. That's, I think, a uniquely Tileman problem to be thinking about. If I'm not careful with every rune, I don't get very much experience, and then I don't, very much a problem of very limited resources. And again, we will have more resources as time goes by. The number of tiles we have access to only grows as time goes by. Even the number of tiles we get per minute grows as time goes by, as woodcutting goes up. I don't know how much it goes up, but it does increase. Probably, overall doubles between here and 99. Not, of course, that I expect to get to woodcutting 99 in this stream set. Right now we're getting 50 tiles is 43, so assuming, about, what, 7 doublings. 8 doublings, roughly. A little bit less than 8 doublings. That's 2 to the 8th is 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128, 56. 256 times 5, 55 is... 53 is... what, like 10 million? And 10 million is in turn, well, 10,000 tiles, which is probably more tiles than I'll need for the entire challenge. So I don't think I'll see woodcutting 99. I mean, plus also I would have gotten to firemaking 99 a long time ago, and of course firemaking 99 would get me that much experience as well. I don't think I'm seeing woodcutting 99. I think 20,000 tiles is probably enough, particularly given that I will also use other skills. I mean, I already have. I suspect I will finish the challenge, even if it's a couple hundred tiles for every quest point. I'm still done. And we'll see, right? I don't know how this is actually going to play out. It may be that I get further along than I think I do, and that woodcutting is a bit more optimal strategy than I think it is. And that I don't spend as much time leveling up like the various smithing skills. I don't know how much combat capacity I need, right? I haven't done the research yet. I'll do it eventually, I just haven't done it yet. Almost got another inventory to burn. Making progress. Alright, time to light some fires. I do love just sort of like lighting a series of fires and not having to like click my character at all. Just, you know, time to light some fires. Walk here, light some more fires. Gotta keep making fires. Ah, look, it's count check again. It's amazing how many times I've seen count check and none of them have been for me. It's probably for the best since... Oh, hello, Drunken Dwarf. I actually don't need the things you've got for me. I appreciate the offer, but ironically, I don't really have any need for either of those items right now. Ah, firemaking 39. And we cut down more trees. Progress is slow, but it is real. And really the joy of this kind of challenge is that progress is slow, but that, you know, you do make progress, and you're like, wow, I'm going so much further than I was before. So I've unlocked... Yeah, I think this is probably like... It's not that far to anchovies and mining. And that is, you know, vaguely useful for a bunch of reasons. Once I have mining, I'm going to need to spend another, like, probably 15 tiles to get to the furnace. And the anvil here. Like, I think this anvil only gets me up to, like... I actually don't know where this anvil will let me make. It doesn't really matter to some degree. As long as it lets me make anything with bronze, I can get to smithing 15. And then my next target is going to be this over here to get up to Varrock and particularly Barbarian Village, because there's an anvil there that is not limited. And I can get, like, steel, probably, which is probably as far as I'll need to go for quite some time. And I don't really look forward to the idea of having to, you know, level myself up to, like, Mithril or whatever. Like, Mithril will probably also, I suspect, let me finish the challenge. I suspect I don't need to go further than that. I've done the math, but, like, particularly with, like, the best food I can get once I get to Sarum, like, an inventory... I don't know, we'll see. We'll see. I actually don't know. I haven't finished Dragon Slayer in a very long time. I did it, like, once when I was a kid. But mostly I play members now, and so... Like, Dragon Slayer 1 is very specifically, like, the free-to-play Final Quest. And nowadays I have money, so I generally don't play free-to-play, but I don't want to... I didn't want to spend money on this challenge, and also it's my twist. My twist is it's free-to-play. Because there's a lot of things otherwise you can do that I can't do. It might be easier to buy armor than to smith it. I actually don't know. Um... I actually don't know what I have in terms of armor store options for buying. I have to look into that, because what I'm immediately finding is a bunch of things that are members. I mean, I could buy plate skirts, right? But I don't know if I can buy chest plates anywhere. You know? So I don't know if I can... I don't know if I can build a whole armor set without smithing it myself. Huh. It might be worth buying then. I don't know. Because up to Mithril probably like... I mean, I've already kind of invested in getting some mining experience, but... I mean, I probably need some mining into the experience to get some of the quests, too. Oh, I actually don't know. Well, I can get that. I do need level 10 mining for Blow Ice Mountain, although I don't know if that's worth it for me. Cook's Assistant doesn't require any skills. Corsair Curse requires Combat 20, which I've got. Demon Slayer requires Combat 15, which I've got. Doric's Quest requires mining, but not smithing. Ernst requires nothing. I don't know. I might need to get some out of... Did I just... Oh my god, I misclicked and I spent all of my tiles. I gotta stop, like, reading my inventory. I gotta stop reading my quest book, I guess, or I spend, like, 10 tiles. That hurts. That hurts. That hurts. That hurts. Oof, that hurts. Alright, I think I'm gonna start spending when I get 5. I just, like, I can't put up with, like, constantly wasting all my tiles like that. That's so painful. Like, I needed to get these tiles anyway, so it's not that big a deal. Because I need to get to here. So, you know, it's livable. But I don't want to do that again. The Knight Sword I know requires smithing. Yeah, well, no, because I guess it only requires mining. Michelin Mystery requires, I don't know, nothing. Princely's Rescue requires nothing, I think. Requires some combat skills. Restless Ghost obviously requires nothing, and I'm actually already on the way to finishing it. Romeo and Juliet requires nothing. You know, I don't actually know if I need the combat levels. Rude Mysteries requires nothing, but it's also probably pretty tile expensive since I think it involves I don't know. I won't speculate. Sheep Shear. Actually, like none of these quests require basically anything. Shield of Arav requires nothing. Yeah, I don't know why I thought I would need more skills. Like this, all these quests are super low requirements. I need like maybe like 20 mining, and that's basically it. Like, Below Ice Mountain required 10 mining. Doric requires 15 mining. So like 15 mining is the most advanced skill I need, and I do probably want those 15 mining for Doric. Oh, it's so painful. That's so painful. Also, I need to buy this tile because I can't have this like floating thing here. It'll drive me nuts. I'll get that later. But yeah, no, I need woodcutting 44. Woodcutting 44 is not bad. Can almost get down maple trees. Not, of course, that I have access to maple trees. I feel like Corsair's Curse required something vaguely interesting for skills. I don't remember what it was. No, I just combat 20. Like, I can basically do all of the quests except for Dragon Slayer at this point. And that's because Dragon Slayer has that magic requirement. Well, I also don't have the 15 mining for some of the quests. So I need to get to 15 mining. We'll see what I do after that. I might get to, like, bronze on my own smithing capacity. Just because that's worth it. Alright. We go here. And I'm just gonna quickly go buy those 3 tiles and see what they get me. I know it says 2 now, but it'll say 3 by the time I'm done burning these logs. Just to see, like, once I get past this, how far does 3 tiles get me? I don't think it's that far, but I think it's probably, like, you know, not unreasonable to hope that I make at least some meaningful progress. All right, let's walk here. And yeah, so I get 3 tiles, so it's not nothing. Now I'm spending tiles too readily because I am upset about wasting tiles I couldn't really afford to waste earlier. This is the problem once you get to this point, is there's like a lot of misclick leads to tile spending. I could turn that off in the settings menu, it just feels like cheating to turn that off. Now I'm the one letting the man out. To be fair, it was just a misclick. I figured out why people wind up opening that door so much. It's really easy to click there by accident. Alright. Yeah, okay, you can't actually do that. So I need another, like, 3 to get to the graveyard. Painful, painful, painful loss there on those, like, 10 tiles. Still smarting from that one. And we'll recover. I'll take the free combat experience, thanks. I'll take more free combat experience, thanks. Didn't you see that? They lined up for me to kill them. Another 9 experience for the prayer. Not nothing. It's not a lot, but it's not nothing. Yeah, I suspect what I'm going to do is I'm going to smith up to, like, probably, like, bronze, just because I don't have much choice but to get to mining 15 anyway. And then, like, once I have a full suit of bronze armor, I should be, like, powerful enough to take on, I don't know, some stuff. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see. Oof. Yeah, it's really easy to click by accident when you're in the quest list, I guess. It's frustrating that the quest list doesn't stop me from moving. That's very painful. Ah, but that's life. That's life. Sometimes the quest list, doesn't stop me from doing the things I don't really mean to do anyway. Yeah, no, One, you gotta, like, you know... Streaming is doing a few things at the same time, and that means, sometimes making some dumb mistakes. I'm gonna probably hold off for a few inventories this time before I buy more tiles. Just because, like, it feels a little silly to buy almost no tiles. The good news is, those misclicks should cost me progressively less as I go, because I should wind up clicking... It is less tiles I could actually misspend in the future. But the running back and forth is also, like, not riskless, right? There's always a possibility that I misclick doing that, too. We'll see. For now, I think I'm gonna go to, like, probably, like, 3 inventories worth of logs before I spend, just because, like, 1 inventory's worth of logs is a little bit silly. And I think the right balance is, like, get, like, 5 or, like, between 5 and 10 tiles. I'm making 40. I honestly might drop this training bow. I don't think it's worth it. And I can just get another. Like... I don't think I need this, and I don't want it in my inventory, to be honest. I'm gonna drop the hammer too, because I'll get another one when I can actually use it. But I don't know. That's a harder call. Like when I got it, I was so excited because I was like, "Oh, this is a way I can do a thing I wouldn't otherwise be able to do." And then I did the math. It's like, well, or I did the research. It's like, well, I'm gonna wind up getting one of those anyway. So like, I don't know. Do I keep the hammer? Do I drop the hammer? Do I keep the hammer? Do I drop the hammer? Eh, whatever. It doesn't really matter that much. It's one inventory space. Alright. I can't believe I'm reorganizing my inventory by alphabetical again. The idea was presented to me one time and now I can't stop doing it. Does this accomplish anything? No. But it is a thing I do, apparently. Progress is progress. We are gonna get there, and hopefully I should get to that by the end of the stream, the mining area, and maybe the ability to get through much of Restless Ghost. I'm not sure Restless Ghost was my best pick, to be clear, but like, I gotta do some quests. Restless Ghost is one of them that's worth doing. And I need a total of 32 quest points, so there's not much other, like, I suspect I have to do most of the quests. I actually don't know how many points are available to free-to-play players, so I should calculate that, see what I have to do. But it doesn't really feel like we're, like, at the point where that's the going concern yet. But I'm gonna need the lumbered swamps for a couple things, so... And in the meantime, having access to, like, the first couple levels of fishing is big. And the shrimp are, like, a few hit points I can heal very, very fast. And having access to, like, bronze or even, like, iron eventually is a big deal. We'll see. We'll see what I decide to do in terms of smithing. It may be that I decide that it's fun to do that instead of woodcutting, but I don't know. I may decide that I hate it. But I do have to get experience, so... And there's lots of ways of doing that. Fishing is not going to be a good source of experience until at least fly fishing. At which point it might be competitive with woodcutting. I actually haven't done the math. I suspect it's not, but it might be. I suspect that woodcutting firemaking is strictly slightly better, but... I might be wrong? I actually don't know. I feel like I'm wrong, because I feel like a trout gives 70 experience. And a salmon gives 90. Which is more than the willow logs. And then cooking them is going to produce slightly more experience, although there's a failure chance, which is comparable to just not a thing that firemaking has. So, you know, the actual experience numbers are hard to calculate, but I feel like it's slightly better to go fly fishing. But, you know, that's just guesswork. We got 5 tiles. Huh. Traverum said beep in the chat, and I feel like that means something, but I have no idea what is attempting to be communicated here. I do not know what the idea here is. Anyway, we're going to be able to, I think, get out of the graveyard on this set, so that's good. And that puts me able to get access to the graveyard, right? Which means that it's not that many tiles to get to the body in Restless Ghost. I also need basically the mine area. Beep. Beep indeed. Once I have access to the mine area, that's also an area I need for Restless Ghost, because it's like the skull is buried about there. And then, of course, I need access to, you know, the thing. The thing, very insightful. The thing, deeply insightful. Aww, ducklings. They're very cute. Ducklings are very cute. I love ducklings. Can you imagine that a bronze pickaxe has a grand exchange value of 285 coins? Like, a thing you get for free, but it's just in an inconvenient place. Meanwhile, I'm here with, like, 2,500 coins and I'm happy about it. Yeah, it's true. I can't get a rune axe, and I can, I'll have to sit down and do the math, because that's infinitely mathable. But I suspect that at least until I finish Corsair Curse, you're right. Now, once I finish Corsair Curse, it gets complicated because I don't know if a maple tree, you know, hard to say. I expect you're right though. That fly fishing is just strictly better, especially because people recommend it so far down the fishing tree in terms of like leveling experience. Like I think fly fishing is the way we're gonna go. So that means I have to get to Sarum because that's I think the only place I can get the fly fishing rod unless somebody drops it. It's possible that it's somebody's drop. I don't think so. I think I would have noticed that because I definitely did like cursory research about this. So I need to get to Sarum for the fishing rod. And then, once I do that, I will have, but that means I'm gonna need somebody to get the fishing tutor, because, I mean, once I get to Sarum, I guess I can net fish anyway, but having a place to net fish is good. And having some low-quality food out into the mid-game, out into the early mid-game is good. Because that means I can probably gain more fight experience with combat without having to do quite as much. I don't actually want to chop down the tree. Glad I didn't one-tick that tree. Ah, cool. We're gonna get at least 6 tiles this time. Of course, we're gonna waste them by accident, I'm sure. No, I'm being silly. Does the imp have a special hat? The imp have a party hat? That's funny. I like the imp having a party hat. Did I buy a tile by accident? I feel like I bought a tile here because I wasn't paying attention. That's fine. One tile that I'm regularly going to use burning things is fine. It's when I burn like 8 tiles by accident that I feel really bad. Go here. Go here. Go here. Go here. Carefully walking along to avoid burning tiles when I don't mean to. Alright, walk here, and so on. And so on. Keep making progress. Oh, that's right, I actually knew that was going to happen. And we are officially out of the graveyard. Which is, you know, not nothing. We started, like, there. Yes, I think that's another 20 tiles. Which is randomly another 10 tiles to get to there. So play a total of 30 tiles, I suspect. Oof. 30 tiles is a lot of tiles. It's, like, probably, like, 18 cycles. I suspect I'm going to barely get to this by the end of the stream. Like, I will suspect get to this by the end of the stream, right? But I suspect that I'm going to barely get to this by the end of the stream. Oh, well, that's not where I'm supposed to stand. Oh, well, doesn't really matter. I am also going to go pick up my air runes again to go do air rune practice. Gotta go do magic practice. Are you saying hi to me? No, you're not saying hi to me. Okay, good. I was going to say, talking to somebody while I'm on stream sounds like incredibly nerve-wracking. Gotta type in chat and also stream and also play a video game. Okay, I make the streaming sound hard. It is not. All right, magic combat tutor. Oh wait, no, I want you to give me my runes, please. Yes, I should have dropped the mind runes. It's fine. It's fine. All right. You wanna walk closer to me? No, of course not. Well, whatever. I'll burn another air rune. No, I need him to come to the play anyway, so... Oh, now he walks through the tutor? What? I have seen this man repeatedly not walk through the tutor, and this time he walks through the tutor. What? I do not understand what just happened. Can you pass through the tutor or not? Eh? No melee combat tutor. I'm not trying to talk to you. I'm trying to pick up the bones that are underneath you. Alrighty. Is there another man spawned yet? I need to get my magic experience. Alright. More bones for me. More coins. Bury that. Wind strike again. I do 4 damage now on wind strike. At some point I'm going to start killing them out of my tiles just because I hit so hard. That's fine. The point here is magic experience and not, like, maximizing tile efficiency. Partly it's to keep me from going insane by having to cut down the same willow tree, but partly it is... I do need that 33 magic to get, I need 33 magic to finish the challenge. Because our target is, of course, Dragon Slayer, which requires 33 magic. What happens at 33 magic? Is there a particular spell that gets me? Telekinetic Grab? Do I need Telekinetic Grab to finish Dragon Slayer? Probably means I'm gonna need Law Runes too. Ooh, please don't... Okay, well, I don't have the tile to waste, so it's fine. Magic 6. Getting almost to Magic 9, which is where I get Earth Strike. Gonna bury the bones. Gotta get another tile in just a moment. Very exciting. Wind strike the man again. Oh, what? Why are you running there? What? Sometimes I think I understand how this game works, and then it does a thing, and I realize that I have no idea how RuneScape works. Cast Wind Strike again. This time we don't run towards the man. I don't know why that happened. Once we get to Magic 9, I suspect I am going to start occasionally leaving dead men in my tracks with no no ability for them to even get my tiles. Airstrike again. Nailed it. Nailed it. Get an Earth Talisman, that's not super useful. I don't need a second Earth Talisman. I don't really need a first Earth Talisman. I keep accidentally picking up the Earth Talisman. Don't really need the first Earth Talisman, but I should probably just... we'll see. We'll see. I don't feel like my inventory is that pressing for me to solve this problem. I like this level 3 with bronze armor. Like the opposite of what we're doing here. We're out here at level, like, 30, which is like a helmet. This guy's got full bronze armor at level 3. My combat level is actually 32. I am actually combat level 30. Alright, we're down to 17 runes. Of course, I'm not sure I'm ever actually going to get to the point where fly fishing is more efficient, just because, like, the level differential... It doesn't matter. I'm going to do it anyway, because I also think that fly fishing is more fun. We'll see. I guess I need feathers, which is the thing. I'm going to need some stable source of feathers. I feel like the person who sells you the fly fishing, though, also sells you feathers. I hadn't even thought about that, though, stable source of feathers. Oh, I took a point of damage. Wow. That almost matters. It doesn't matter, to be clear, but it almost matters. Alright. Pick up these coins, pick up the bones. Coins are, like, actually important. Just because there's a lot that's gated behind money. Of course, I have probably better sources of money eventually. I could probably sell my logs, for instance. But, you know. Still, nonetheless, a coin is a coin. Ooh, I did like 4 damage there. The experience numbers tell me the damage before the damage numbers do. 13 more casts, and then I get to go back to the true honor of chopping down willow trees. Right now I get to chop down this man. Mr. Gorbachev, chop down this man! No, wait, that's not how that goes. Oops, try to cast spells on the tutors again. Oh, I got more mind runes. That's cool. I haven't been like optimizing from the number of mind runes, but I could do some work to save mind runes, particularly once I get the air staff, which I'll presumably get eventually. I will actually care about the number of mind runes. Of course, eventually I'm going to have access to Varrock. And Varrock's not that hard to get to, so. Hey, we got enchant. We got 7. We got 7, so we can enchant things in theory now. Oh, did I lose track of the day? Oh, shoot. Alright, well, I will... I may need to duck earlier than I thought, because I forgot I had a thing I was going to. That's not too bad. Yes, I'll probably dock it around, like, noon instead of 12:30, which was the original plan. But that's fine. Like, a 2-hour, 30-minute stream is still well within my normal streaming parameters. Alright. Do I have more magic? Do I have more spells? I have 8 more spells to cast. Alright. Gotta blast the man again. He's he's wind striking away again. That's nothing. That's nothing. That's bit derailed, 6 dead at bit airport. Well, that joke's not funny anymore. I guess it was like a major aircraft crash recently. History happens fast, and then you're like, oh, right. Like a bad thing actually happened in the real world. Alright, killing a man. Down to a total of 5 wind strikes left. And the nice thing is, the wind strikes vary the willow cutting, so the willow cutting is possible to do while remaining sane, and then we do the willow cutting, and then the wind strikes become possible to do while remaining sane. It's a nice back and forth. Yeah, that man is too far away. I don't trust that I won't actually run off somewhere I don't mean to. There we go. That's doable, though. And that's a dead man. You do hit pretty hard at this point. Probably start building towards... I don't think I'm ever going to get to the point where I'm going to use adamantine, though. Like... Alright, there we go. Did I drop my only... Oh, okay, I'm good. That's not my only Earth Talisman. I was like, did I drop a second Earth Talisman and not realize it? I didn't mean to do that. It may be the right call, but I didn't, like, plan that. Alright. Where'd the man go? There he went. And we wait again. Do another 24 experience that way. think it might actually be at the point at which some off-stream grinding is required, which was sort of the plan. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. I'll also have to manage to not accidentally spend tiles when I don't mean to for off-stream grinding to make any sense, but you know. We'll see. Now let's walk here, walk here, walk here, let's walk here. Not waste any tiles. Suppose I could just accept that I'm going to waste some of my tiles with off-stream grinding, but like get to the point where normal misclicks don't cost me a bunch of tiles. Because that does eventually happen, right? Eventually you use up most of your chances to waste tiles on something stupid. Well, the woodcutting tutors here, I totally could have... well, Bob's Axes was worth it. Like, the steel axe was definitely worth it. Yeah, no, that was worth it. I don't know what I'm talking about. Like, particularly because the man in the box was pretty close to Bob's Axes anyway. So, like, it was, like, way more efficient at that point. I have to bury these bones. I don't know why I'm holding on to them. Progress is slow but real, which is, you know, ideal. That is to say, progress being real, not progress being slow. I might actually wait on 10 tiles again this time. You know, worst that happens is I spend them all again by accident and have content to edit. A lot of woodcutting. Getting pretty close to woodcutting 45, which doesn't change anything, but it is neat. I mean, except that small amount I've talked about already. For now, yeah, willow logs. The tree respawns pretty quickly, which is, I don't know, one of the big reasons why this is so much more doable than just like normal tree cutting is it's like I can just stand here, basically the tree respawns almost instantly. Like, it's not even worth getting the second willow tree. The tree respawns so fast. Like, that respawn time would be, like, 5 times longer, and it would still be the case that 2 willow trees would, like, be enough. But in this case, 1 willow tree is optimal, because the time to run to the other willow tree would be greater than the amount of time you would spend, you know. The amount of time you would save. It'd be, like, basically break even at best. I don't know, maybe with the 2 willow trees there, you could, like, go back and forth between them, but like it's like 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000, 4 1000, 5 1000, 6 1000, 7 1000, 8, yeah, it's like 10 seconds actually. That's not nothing. You know what? I take it back. I think my cutting time is like at most 60 seconds, so like, you know, 10 seconds is actually... Getting this space here might actually be worth it someday. Except that willow tree is not against another willow tree, it's against just another tree. But never mind, I take it back. I don't know. I don't know how long it takes to run a square. I don't have that much math in my head. So, it might be the case that getting this willow tree is worth it. I don't mean I'm going to do it, mind you. But it might be worth it. In theory, like, marginally. Progress is progress. We're getting there. It's all good. One more log and I'll get to burn these willow logs and we'll have made progress. Still more. There we go. And that puts us at 3 tiles saved. I suspect this inventory gets me, what, there's 16 logs in an inventory. Each log is worth 90 experience. So, a given inventory full of logs is a tile and is 1440 plus 67.5 times 16 is basically 1,000 itself. So it's basically about 2.5 tiles per cycle, I think. Be a little bit more. Well, yeah, since it's almost exactly a tile. Wow, he's almost exactly. It is almost exactly 2.5 tiles a cycle. Making progress though. 2.5 tiles a cycle is not nothing. So after 4 cycles, I'm going to buy more tiles. Sorry if I'm a little bit distracted. I got a message from one of my friends being like, "We plan to do this at this time," and oops. Anyway, I'll duck it 2.5 hours of streaming either way, which is basically a normal stream length. It's probably the amount I actually want to edit for a given video. So 2.5 hours is fine. There's a lot of just like waiting here, a lot of like cycling through, getting these tiles, burning logs, getting more tiles, burning the logs. We are, you know, once they're pilled and capitalism coded, we're really good at destroying the environment. Truly, we are the future of burning things. But in the meantime, I have 5 available tiles. I don't think I'm gonna get any of the tutors today, just because it's such a long walk. That's fine. I mean, sometimes you have a stream that's just grinding. And once I've proven the point that once I've done that one time, I feel more comfortable being like, all right, and at this point, I'm going to do some grinding off stream. So we'll see. I suspect, well, we'll see. We'll see. Because it's like, at some point, the big adventure has to be like me trying to figure out how to spend fewer tiles finishing the quest book. I don't know. We'll see. I guess it's like part of the grinding happens off stream and then part of it happens on stream. You know, grind myself no more than like 50 tiles off stream each cycle. I actually don't know how many tiles I need total. I have like no estimate for that. But like... And hopefully once I get to the point where it's like, you know, high level fly fishing. That's by far my best option, but we'll see. I'm just guessing on that, right? I got no way of knowing. I have no information on that. All right. Heading back towards this tree here. In 2 more cycles, maybe 1 more cycle. In 2 more cycles, I will spend some more tiles. As you do. We got firemaking, wood cutting 40... Which 40 watt? 40 watt. 40 watt. 40 watt. Oh, cool. Now I'm like way jumping the gun because actually was bad at math. Okay, or bad at estimates. All right, cool. So, well, we'll know what wood cutting it is in just a moment. 45. Cool. Wood cutting 45. We can theoretically cut maple trees now. Now, of course, we won't have maple trees for quite some time, but you know, still. Don't mind me just clipping through myself, because I took a drink of water, and then slammed it down on my table, because I need to put my microphone and my... I need to figure out a setup that puts my microphone not on the same table as everything else, because otherwise I get these, like, jarring funks whenever I put anything down. I may just need to put a pad underneath my microphone. That might actually be my best bet, just to, like, put, like, a mouse pad underneath the microphone to prevent it from getting jarred by everything else going on around it. That would significantly buffer that noise. Again, we're doing live planning because sometimes you forget how to stream, or rather, you end up having to do a bunch of things all at once. Maybe I should drop this hammer. Drop the hammer. And then prayers we have access to. We actually have access to rapid restore, which is pretty good. Like I think redemption might actually be better, but we don't have access to that for quite a while. I guess they do different things. I want to be able to fish so bad. I want to fish so bad it makes me look stupid, y'all. My desire to fish makes me look so stupid. Alright. Alright, so the first fly fishing we get is trout at 20. And that's gonna be a while, because we're gonna have to get to Sarum before we can get unless I'm missing something. I'll look it up now. Alright, fly fishing rods are available in bunch of member locations and then Port Sarum. It doesn't look like there anybody dropped. There's a couple spawns, but they're both in member areas. And then oh, inventory full. Cool. Time to burn some stuff. Like you do. Time to make a big fire. Now's your chance to make a big fire. Alright, walk here. Make more fire. Gotta light more fires. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do some of the grinding off stream from now on, just because, like, so much of the stream becomes me just doing this same thing over and over again. And the big goals I have are better suited to, you know, being done all at once. And take a little while in themselves. Doesn't mean I'll do all the grinding off stream. I'll make sure that I leave some of it for on stream, just for, you know, showing the work that's being done. But, like, some amount of the work should be done off stream at this point. We'll see. I definitely think that's joining my thing, just because, like, I suspect I'm going to get, like, maybe one thing done today. And, like, that's still a win. One thing done is one thing done. But, like, it's just one thing done, right? I wish I could get more done. It doesn't help also that, like, before it was a lot more active and fluid, very much more frustrating to do, right? But, like, I think it made better content, and this is a lot more like, stand here, cut tree, light tree, cut tree, light tree, cut tree, light tree, light more fires, cut more trees. Just gonna quickly light some additional fires, because I can. And then in a moment, I'm gonna go spend these. I'm gonna not do that lighting random fires thing so that I actually, wind up burning the number of logs I mean to, but I'm gonna gather this up and then I'm gonna see how much I can get in terms of getting closer to the mining area and the fishing area. Just like 10 isn't nothing, right? Like 15 is that far to put an estimate on it. That's probably 25. We'll see. We'll see. That's the wrong X. Keep trying to accidentally log out. Trying to accidentally is an interesting construction. Keep making additional logs. Progress is slow, but it is progress. I think I got one log from that whole willow tree. Yeah, I got one log from that whole willow tree. What a break. What a break. I've actually had a pretty bad couple breaks in a row. But, sometimes that's how it goes. Not often, but sometimes. Yeah, and definitely if I want to get this done by the time that I am by the time that I'm bored of this, I will have to accept some amount of off-stream grinding. Again, I won't do too much. I'll only give myself like maybe 50 tiles or a cycle. It's like a few hours of play. At least for now. Might do more later, depending on how long it takes. But, once I get to a certain point, I also assume that as I get further along, it'll be more likely that a thing is like along a route I've already unlocked, and so I won't have to do quite as many like big jumps. Like I suspect that there's probably like another like 100 tiles to here, maybe another 100 tiles to Port Sarum's, like 200 tiles. The ones I've done that, right, like everything's been like 20, 30 tiles of it. And so, a given thing will take less and less. Plus, I'll get better and better at it, right? Port Sarum is not my immediate goal. My immediate goal is... I don't know, Port Sarum might be one of my immediate goals, actually. I think Varrock is my immediate goal. Just there's so much useful in Varrock. There's like a bunch of runes, there's like the chestplate area. I'll need to get to... We'll see. It'll be progressively a thing we do, though. We're not gonna... I still have to unlock, place by place. I guess I need Alcarad for plate skirts. But, we'll keep making progress. And again, as I get more tiles unlocked, I suspect I'll need fewer and fewer. We'll see. Also, maybe that once I get fly fishing, grinding goes way faster, or maple trays, right? Or, woodcutting 80. I don't know if I'll ever get to woodcutting 80, that's just, a big number that came to my mind. Alright. Another 12 tiles, looks like. It's a good number of tiles to spend. 12. Feels deeply appropriate. A dozen. Okay. That burns more willow logs. Cool, go here. 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 Carefully build myself a pathway to where I'm going. Go here. I feel like I'm gonna accidentally click on the man and like wind up spending all my tiles by accident. Alright. Here, go here. Go here. Go here. Go here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh. That's fine. And that puts me, what, like, is that half the distance? It's a little bit less than half the distance, I think. So it probably is almost exactly 30 tiles. Alright, well. No, stop. Oh, I see, because you can't actually cut this one down, and it's you. Even if I could cut it down, it is not a tree I can cut down, so. Alright, well that's not progress. And I can probably hold off until, like, 12 to log, which is good. It's gonna be a few more minutes. I'm just walking to random places I can't... My mouse accuracy is not good enough. That's fine. Get a few more experience that way. It's not super... It feels a little bad, but not super bad. Alright, I'm gonna run another, like, 5 cycles, I think. Yeah, somebody's explaining how to cheese the the tutor there. That's good. All right, so we're getting pretty close to being able to get that fishing net. We keep going. Progress is slow but steady. And by steady, I mean not quite substantive enough to make for what I was make for one thing an episode. The amazing thing is it still doesn't get me all the things I need for a Restless Ghost, because I still have another, like... Oh, no, don't do that, don't do that. Cool. I just clicked on my map, I meant to click here. Because, like, the house is, like, way out over here as well, so, like... Or, like, is it... Yeah, I think it's there. Might be there, actually. Hope it's not there, that would be a real pain. What is in the Lumber Swamp Caves? Things I can't use, and it doesn't tell me what monsters are there. Okay, cool. That's great. So the statistical chance you get a salmon per tick at level... What's the cooking chance? Right, okay. So at level 30, one has a 16% chance of pulling a salmon and a 26% chance of pulling a... Oh, and you usually get the same amount of fishing experience as you get for woodcutting experience for fishing a salmon, so hold on. Or slightly more. Willow trees on a steel axe. Oh, wow. So a willow tree has a 60%, or was I saying? Let's say woodcutting 60. A willow tree has a 28.91% chance of producing a log, whereas a salmon at fishing 60 has 25.39. I actually think that the trout is once the trout's counted into it. I think because the thing is, you get another like 30% chance of getting a trout, and trout gets like what 50 experience. Cooking a salmon produces the same amount of experience as firemaking with Willow tree, and it's less annoying. Trout, a raw trout drops 50 experience. It's hard to say. Like, these are pretty comparable. You know? Anyway, I gotta stop paying attention to mathing out which way is better in the long run. I think they're basically comparable. Which I think means the maple trees are gonna be just strictly better once I have access to them in Corsair's Curse. But even that's like, you know... Pretty much I think we're basically at where we're gonna wind up. Unless we can get our hands on an adamantine hatchet. Which might be possible. I think Bob's Axis sells the... I don't know if you can do better than Bob's Axis without smithing experience, though. I don't think I want to gather all the smithing to get up to the point at which I can get Bob's Axes, you know? Not Bob's Axes, but to get a better hatchet. To get an adamantine hatchet. Which would make woodcutting way better than its comparable, than the comparable fishing stuff. But I think once trout are included, fishing is much better, actually. Just because, like, it's comparable with the salmon, and then you get another, like, probably, like, twice as many, like, almost as much experience again in terms of trout. Actually, you know what? I think straight up, fishing might be, like, twice as good as woodcutting once you count on the trout. So I think I might focus fishing once I can. But that's a ways off. Because we need to get to Port Sarim for that. And Port Sarim is, like, you know, one of the big buys, just because, like, there's no way to get to Port Sarim via... Maybe there's I think they read some things about, like, other ways of teleporting. Hold on. Port Sarim teleports. You can get there with... How do you get minigame teleports? There's theoretically a minigame teleport for Port Sarim. Also the Explorer's Ring. Gets you not that far away. Yeah, I don't think there's many good choices. Other than if I can figure out how that teleport works. I'll figure it out. But I'm really not going to figure it out right now. I'm really not going to figure that out live on stream. I'm probably going to figure that out another time. As you do. Besides, it requires 40 combat, which we don't have. Alright, what am I waiting on? Yeah, I don't know how to do that, though, is the thing. Yeah, I don't know how to do this. It's fine. Doesn't really matter. I will figure it out in time, or I won't. Gotta light some more fires. Gotta light a lot of fires, but, you know. Eventually, that's the experience we need to get to... the fishing tutor. Will give us the ability to do some fishing stuff. And also, it's one of the locations we need to get to for Restless Ghost, which is the reason why I decided to do this. Because I was like, oh, this makes no sense. And I was like, well, I need the quest point anyway, probably. So, you know. Alright. So there's a total of... Hold on. Oh, no, don't go there, don't go there, don't go there. Oh, okay, well, we didn't waste any tiles there. So below Ice Mountain is 1 QP, right? Oh, it doesn't tell me. Oh, below Ice Mountain requires 16 quest points anyway. It doesn't tell me what the rewards are. I probably need that. And if we don't, well, we'll find it out as we go. We will learn as we go. Alright. Waiting on those logs. Alright. Getting closer. Definitely getting closer to my target there, you know? Alright. Cut down another tree. Some killer RuneScape music is back, which I'm always happy about. I just love getting some killer RuneScape music on. And hopefully we'll get to the point where we can fish by the end of the stream. Be a big win. Because I don't know, there's not a lot of fishing cooking experience for those first things, but I do need those things eventually, and in the meantime, it's kind of fun to have something else to do. Plus, I'm going to need that. Again, I'm almost certain that fishing is the best way to go. It's the best way to go once you get to the point where you can fish salmon. At which point, you know, I'll have a slightly faster way of getting tiles. Doesn't mean to get to Serum, which is probably less important than Varrock. I don't know, we'll see. Again, I'm going to do enough of the grinding off stream in future that it should be less... The sheer cost of getting to a given location should be less intense. Can I, hold on, if I get to the lumbered swamps, okay, so I'm actually going to do probably, since I probably need to get here-ish. Oh, there's actually coal, mithril, and adamantine here. Oh, that actually changes everything. I'm not going to take advantage of that, obviously, because, like, I don't think I'm going to get to even making steel on my own. But, like, you know, that does actually mean that I can get to adamantine without, like, too much more purchasing. I need to light some fires. Excellent. Alright, more fire. Did a lot of min-maxing on the stream for things that are going to happen in the future, like you do. Oops. Gotta light some more fires. We're making 43. Not bad. Of course, the extra fire making experience is almost irrelevant. I think I'm already at the point where I'm getting maximum, like, chance of a log igniting. I don't think I've seen my character fail more than once. Fire making is such a tiny portion of the amount of time I spend doing this compared to the woodcutting time. Feels like I get a log every, like, 10 seconds on average. Oh, I suppose I could calculate. Yeah, say about a tile a minute should be then. That's right. I mean, probably I'm underestimating how long it takes. We are currently at woodcutting 45. Woodcutting 46 comes not that long. If I can get to adamantine axe, it might actually be faster again to... I'm not gonna do that though. I'm not gonna level up to adamantine axe. That's absurd. But what I can do is I can get basically to the wizard's tower by going along the southern side down there. I guess it's not any faster, but I don't think it's any slower either to get to Port Sarum. And that means I'm at Draenor instead of having to go through all this. I guess I need to do a lot of this stuff anyway for Chef's Assistant. Cook's Assistant requires that I go basically here, I think. Here. I think just... Huh, no, this... Maybe change what the layout of this location entirely. Also, sheep shearer requires I go here, so I'm probably going to need to go along the top anyway. And then Vampire Slayer is there, as is... I can't take any of those. There's, the Corsair Curse is up north along there, so I'm probably going to wind up having to go sort of like around the north side anyway. And then... there's another axe shop here. I don't think it sells anything that... I don't know if it sells anything that Bob's Axes doesn't. And then... Most importantly for Port Sarim, there's the fishing shop. There's also theoretically the Karamja stuff. Karajima stuff. But the Karam... Hold on. I said this so many times as a child that I don't... Karamja. The Karamja stuff, which does have... There was a quest that used to be there. I don't know if it's still there. There was a quest... Get Pirate's Treasure. I could run Pirate's Treasure as well. I don't know. We're gonna run a bunch of quests, so... Basically, I have to unlock most of the map no matter what I do. No real way around that. But, you know, we're making progress. We're getting closer to the point at which I can, start mining and, also start fishing, which is big. I might actually... The 50 tiles I get off stream, I might use to buy the bank next time. Just because... I don't know, probably because I want to get, want to be able to, control what's in my inventory at any given moment. I got full of willow logs again. Alright. I am probably going to, next cycle, probably going to go buy one more set of tiles, just to see how close I can get. I don't think that'll get me quite there, so I think I'll need to wait on another set of tiles. Just fine. We go here, we light another 2 little logs on fire. We are really close to 10 tiles here, but not quite. That's very funny. Oh no, it does mean with 10 tiles. I'm not gonna spend those tiles yet. Wait on another cycle. Whatever, I'll spend them now. I suspect that after this cycle I will be close enough that next time we'll know roughly how many tiles it'll take. And more over the full cycle, like a 4 or 5 cycles get me enough for certain. That's a door. We continue. We continue. We continue. We continue. All right. All right. Yeah, I think 10 tiles will definitely get us there. Or 15. So, probably I'll get to log off at about 2.5 hours. A little past, I think. That bush looks like somewhat a spider. Huh. I bet I can't pick these bones up. Yep. I do vaguely understand how Iron Man works. Alright, so we're gonna do... I mean, I'm just gonna cut down the tree until 45, right? And then I'll make my purchase, get my net, and then fish a little bit, and then call it a stream. Because that's, I think, the plan. I think the genie does something valuable. I don't remember what it is, though. Uh... The genie random event gives you... Yeah, a fair amount of experience for free. Not that much experience, really. It's actually a pretty minimal number. You can't get a whole tile from it no matter what you do. It's only 10 times, so I would get 450 in woodcutting, which is not really enough to justify. I don't know, it's not bad, it's just not very much. It's pretty small as things go. Are you talking to me? No, I don't think so. I think you're talking to somebody else. I was gonna say, if you're talking to me, if this random user is calling me a noob, I mean, kind of, but only in the weirdest, only in the sense that I've played less OSRS than I probably should to try to be, deconstructing it with hard challenges. But you know, you do gotta deconstruct it with hard challenges. Getting very, very, very close to that point at which we can fish, which it doesn't go that much. It's just a progress station. It's just a point of progress in our way to getting to the other stations throughout the swamp. Did they move the guy's house to be in a more optimal position for the quest here? Did they change where the guy's house is for RS3? Or is this the guy's house? I think this must be the guy's house. So that's I almost misclicked there. I think we can get to the map link here is where the place I need to go is. Which is good, because that's not too far out. That's still gonna be like 50 tiles, but like maybe like 30 tiles. That's the wrong button. I don't want to log out yet. Progress is going. We are having some luck cutting down trees. And next time I'm definitely gonna farm up 50 tiles off stream. Just because I don't actually think that just streaming me cutting down a tree and then burning it is all that interesting. I think doing that once is okay, but then after that we can do better. I will, however, show me farming up fishing to the point at which I can do fly fishing. And then I'll show me farming up to the point where I can do salmon fishing, I think. Just because I think that makes logical sense. Somebody else is using my fire spots, making my life marginally harder. Alright. And it is about 2.5 every time. Which means I want about 5 cycles. That's the thing, right? Like, once I get to this point, it's just like, I gotta wait on this, tree again. Gotta wait on this tree again. Gotta wait on this tree again. I think I can skip that. I think I can play that off. Oh, is it this one? Yeah, no, that is what I'm talking about. Then yeah, it's probably this one. Which means that I have to basically cover the entire swamp if I wanna get Restless Ghost. Which is fine, just means that I have to walk a ways further. And I'm gonna have to go, like, I'm gonna have to go to here eventually anyway, because I think I want to do Rune Mysteries. I may also have to do Imp Catcher. Do I have to do Imp Catcher to get 32 quest points? I really hope I don't. I don't want to do Imp Catcher. That sounds miserable in Tileman. Yeah, no, I mean, like, I gotta unlock the map anyway, so it's not like... He's not apocalyptic, right? So, you know... Getting to there is a little bit... Like, it's a little bit of a shame that I'm free to play here, because I don't... You know, there's, like... I suspect there's a second quest there, right? I suspect that... Oh, actually, is that in this version? No, it's not. Alright, well then... Never mind. We'll see. We'll see. I suspect that that's still... Like, I'm gonna have to do some unpleasant things to get the extra, quest points no matter what I do. So, it's fine. I'll just remember to grind up some extra tiles for that one. And, you know, I'm gonna have to do a bunch of quests. I'm gonna have to... What I'll do probably sometime between this stream and the next one is I'll plan out a route. It's gonna be a couple weeks till I stream again, probably, so... I might stream once more this week, we'll see. But I'll plan out a route through, like, a bunch of quests. Like, I'm not gonna worry too much about the locations of the items, but, like, if something is annoying to do... It is very RuneScape, and it's certainly very Tileman. I'm gonna have to do some things, I'm gonna have to do some mildly unpleasant things, is, certainly an inevitability in Tileman, just because... I mean, right now I'm doing some unpleasant things to get access to the fishing tutor, which I probably didn't need to do, and given that Restless Ghost is further away than I thought it was, might not have been worth it in the first place. Because I gotta go to Port Sarum eventually anyway if I want to unlock fly fishing, which would get me the net anyway. But, you know, I get copper and tin as well, which means that I can do some, like, low-level equipment acquiring, which once I get there's things I'm going to do in the medium-term future that will give me access to better combat options. Because it might be that my best experience options are actually combat-related. I don't know. I'll have to do some, like, thinking on that one. Yeah, I mean, like, if I were just playing this for fun and not for a stream, I'd never do this, right? Because, you know... Part of the joy of this kind of thing is sharing it with others and being like, yeah, Draenor would be a pretty good unlock, and this unlocks Draenor for me, so and so I think the medium term is probably combat orientation, and that means, you know, there's a bunch of things I'm gonna do in the meantime. Just think about Draenor. Yeah, Draenor would be a good unlock, and like. I was saying why I do Tileman particularly. It's like Tileman is like very much a like for me it's a do it with other people thing. Like alone this would be, you know, like I'm gonna do some of this alone, like some of the like mindless grinding stuff. But like part of the joy of this is showing it off. Yeah, no, and like I almost didn't get around to making this series, you know? And then I decided to and then I, like, did a couple streams, and I think, like, streaming is, I think, my favorite way of, like, recording, just because it's a little bit less... I think it requires that I talk in a way that makes sense. Yeah, no, I agree. No, and then people, like that kind of thing. They're like, oh, I love, you know, playing a very grindy thing, right? I know people who played Greg Tech New Horizons in Minecraft, right? Which... I've tried. I don't recommend it. I suppose it's a good thing if you want to do something while you read an audiobook. A kind of mindless grind. But like, you know, aside from that, right? Aside from folks like that, I think Tileman is a little bit too intense of a restriction. It has some really great moments as a format, particularly like this Willow Tree stuff. Where it's like this is big unlock right as you get like your first good experience option, and then you also have this realization of like, oh, I have like my first really good experience option, but also like the world feels much smaller. Yeah, yeah. No, I agree. Like, and I think even this is like, even as a content option, I think I have better content options. I just enjoy this. No, I definitely there are people who think that. I think that OSRS's grind is typically pretty fun, but I also don't play it a lot off stream just because. I mean, mostly because I'm streaming it, I don't play it off stream, except when I'm working on the stream account in some way. Because if I do that, then I go insane. By which I mean I burn out really fast, and then I don't want to do it again. And so I pointedly like don't do that while I'm streaming it. It's the lesson I've learned from other playthroughs of games, where it's like, you either stream it or you play it, but you don't do both. And I'll probably burn out. I'll probably experience burnout somewhere along the way here. Like, I'm hoping to finish the Dragon Challenge, but we'll see. We'll see. I mean, I really would like to get to Dragon Slayer, because I think that would be cool to be able to actually finish this and be like, yeah, no, I think I reasonably finished this. But, you know, we'll see. And we'll see how much I decide to do, like, just, like, kind of low-effort grinding off-stream. For now, I'm thinking about 50 tiles a stream, but I suspect that when I get to the point where I'm getting to that back half, I'm going to be like, you know, 100 tiles a stream, right? We'll see. I actually don't know how much. Like, it may also be that as I go along, quests get easier on 50 tiles, right? Because once I've unlocked Draenor, yeah, no, I think it's about the right. Like, I think all 99s would be both insane and kind of missing the point, which is like the other thing that came to mind. I suppose I could do like 199, but that also misses the point of the challenge. I could have set like Below Ice Mountain as the challenge instead, and only gotten 16 QP, but I think 32 is doable. And so I think that's my target. And I'm kind of excited to, like, I don't know. Dragon is like, I think a good, like, I think Dragon is a good finishing free-to-play challenge, right? Like, after this, though, I suspect I'll probably load up some challenges that require a little bit less. I suspect that 199, unlock every tile is the other big. I suspect unlock every tile is, of course, the other obvious challenge that comes to mind, and I think I would rather, I think I would rather do any number of things that I will not say on stream before I decided it was a good idea to unlock every tile. Although to some degree, it's like it is on some level just. It's not that different from just what's the word? Getting one maxed skill, right? Like it's one however many million experience. Which again, I'm not going to do either because that's miserable. So I think that I actually don't know where Settled ended because I didn't watch the. I watched the first episode of the Settled series and I was like, all right, cool, that's enough for me for now. Partly because I didn't want to like copy Settled's routing too much, or like avoid copying Settled's routing too much. So I actually don't know where Settled landed. Like I figure if I want to produce a good thing to watch. No, I mean, when I say max skill, I don't mean a 99. I mean 200 million experience, whatever the max experience was. 20 million or whatever? I don't know. I think it may be 200 million. But that's like, you know... And people do that, right? So it's not impossible. I, again, don't understand people who do that. But people do that. Although most of them are members, which gives you some better experience options. And I suppose, I mean, I'm sitting here playing Tileman. I can't be too much like. I can't be too much like, oh, I don't understand other people who do this very grindy thing. It's like, I am playing Tileman. What right do I have to describe another player's playstyle as like unduly intense? No, and it's supposed to be discussed, like, what it would take to unlock the map. And, I mean, again, I don't think it makes any sense, right? Like, I don't think that's, like, a good challenge. Or it might be a good challenge if you weren't, like, ironically, it might be a more doable challenge if you weren't making content, because the work of editing the content is more than the work of producing it. Or, you have to find time to stream where it's just like 3 hours where you could just sit down and game. Right? Like those are very specific. Those require a great deal more investment than just like, grinding out 30 minutes a day would. And 30 minutes a day would get me almost as much time as I get streaming, right? Like more actually. And then of course I have to edit the videos, which are like probably twice as much time, but they're yeah, no, it's I'm gonna be honest, I think that I've done the most interesting part of Tileman at this point. I just think there's like some good stuff to get out of this, and part of this kind of thing is showing off, right? It's producing the like final product of like, look at this cool thing I did. So that's the aim. And I don't know. I think once I get to a certain point, it'll start like I suspect that the difficulty curve is like hardest at the beginning, then easier for a little bit, and then now it's like the hardest it actually gets in terms of grinding. And then I suspect that it'll like lower down a little bit as I go. Once I've like, once I am in like, Draenor, I will be forever be in Draenor, right? And so unlocking things in Draenor will take less time. Unlocking Ernst the Chicken will take less time. I don't think I'll ever go into the manor basement. Anyway, we'll see. I could be wrong. I could be this is actually just like the calm before the storm. I've not actually seen anybody else complete this challenge because I'm trying desperately not to copy other people's routing. Because I don't think that makes good content. I do think this routing decision, getting the fishing tutor, was probably just like a mistake, like straight up. Yeah, no, absolutely, absolutely. Like, and I don't know that much about like what my best options would be on members. I suspect that like the fly fishing option is or like a maxed an adamantine axe against maple trees are both going to be pretty fast, all things considered. But I don't envy somebody who had to like try to finish the elf quests. In members, for instance. Just because like that's like almost twice as far all by itself just to get to the various locations. Actually, if I'm going to confess something honestly, I've never finished the elf quests on either version of the game. Yeah, no, it's pretty similar. Although actually, there's a mechanical difference that I can say this for certain that members has at least one big mechanical difference in the very, very, very beginning, which is pickpocketing. And I think it's just a trap. Like, I think pickpocketing is actually just a mistake. Like, it's like, you think it's a good choice, and then but I think, straight up, that you can kill the man, and that the damage amounts from... Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just straight up the better option. But, like, I think that pickpocketing is... Yeah, no, I also play both versions. I definitely play a fair amount of RS3 on my downtime, because it's a RuneScape that doesn't burn me out for OSRS. And because, I don't know, I have some mixed feelings about it, but I think that some of it's, like... Mechanically, it's more polished. Yeah, no, thieving gives you some options, but I don't think they're great options. Particularly given that, like, well, I guess the big advantage that thieving would get you is basically AFK experience from the guy in the box at Bob's Axes, like near Bob's Axes, would be the first big win that would get you. And even there, it may be faster just kill him. I actually don't know what the experience per minute is. The other big thing I would get at this point is fletching, but fletching is probably worse experience, so you know, given the decision, firemaking is better. But, you know, maybe I'm missing something there. I suppose I could actually use the bronze arrows at least, which would be not nothing. Oh, sorry, I need flax, which I don't have access to, so never mind, that's not true. It doesn't even do that. So I think as a set of decisions I can make, like I think you're right. Early on, I think the optimal strategy is the free to play one, which is, you know, firemaking and that kind of stuff. But I imagine that in the mid game there's some big wins for members, and in the mid late game I imagine there's some big wins. Thanks for the information. I probably won't do much looking into you, but I appreciate the information. Yeah, no, the Willow tree's pretty good, and the Willow tree, particularly with the firemaking, it's like not quite as good as fly fishing, but it's like comparable. I straight up think that combat is our best bet in this version. What am I missing that I could? I mean, members have access to. Is there? Construction might be good. Slayer might be vaguely good. Herblore is probably not good. I don't know what the big win for members is, to be honest. I'm sure there is one, I just don't know what it is. I guess it's just better options in the mid to late game. I didn't play that much. Back when OSRS was RuneScape, I didn't play that much OSRS as a member. And so I don't know quite as well what the member options are. I suppose also it affects, like, Rune, which would be a big deal. Because no way I'm getting Rune on a hardcore account. I'm playing hardcore, by the way, which is not what I think most people do. They play UIM. I don't think UIM is all that interesting with the challenge. Like it's like, yeah, you can do that, but I don't think it synthesizes particularly well. I think it's just the same thing, right? It's just like playing UIM any other time. All right, I think we got it. Yeah, that's true. No, and the larger map would matter. Just because, like, there's the other options you would have matter. What was I saying about options? Yeah. Because I expect there's some fishing options that I'm missing that would be pretty good. I don't know what they are in OSRS, just because I haven't played around that much with members OSRS. Because the options I can think of off the top of my head are things that are RS3 specific. But I'm sure there are some really good ones. Plus, you would have some of the magic options, I guess. Alright. Let's go grab the fishing tutor. You know? And once I get the fishing tutor, I'll probably have to dock, just because I thought I had more time than I did this morning. But it's fine. 15 more tiles is... Yeah, tile in RS3 would be... I mean, the problem is you can't, right? Like, I thought about doing that as my twist on the Tileman idea before I settled on free to play, but like, you don't have the overlay, so you can't. It's much harder to keep track of what tiles you've bought. Wow, I skipped over a tile there. Alright. Talk to fishing tutor. Yeah, no, I think there's a lot of possibility. Interesting. Yeah, no, I think that an RS3 UIM would be pretty okay. Well, that's my last tile, and I can't quite fish. I think ultimately that's probably where I have to call it for the day, just because I have hard deadlines. Maybe I can get one more cycle in and get myself to the point where I can fish. No, I don't have time. All right, well that's my that's probably where I have to call it for today. It's been great streaming for y'all. I'll be back next time with actually the ability to fish. I guess I'll grind out some tiles off stream and then show up both the ability to fish. Now I'm off my tiles again. Yep. No, it'd be really interesting to see if you could get, like, maybe to, like... It was nice chatting with you. See you around.